In 1900, it took 1,400 hours of human labor to harvest 100 acres of wheat. Today, one machine does it in under 4 hours. 3 machines exist right now that can replace over 1,000 workers each. And they're not prototypes, they're running in fields across America as we speak. This is how farming became an empire of steel and software. A century ago, harvest season meant mobilizing entire communities. Hundreds of people, hand tools, weeks of backbreaking work. Then came mechanization. Tractors replaced horses, combines replaced threshing crews, but what's happening now is different. We're not just replacing muscle, we're replacing entire systems, logistics, coordination, quality control, with single machines that do everything. The 3 machines you're about to see don't just work faster, they work smarter, process data in real time, and operate at a scale that would have been impossible even a decade ago. Let's break down exactly how they do it. John Deere X91100. The grain giant, the John Deere X91100 is a combine harvester, but calling it that is like calling a fighter jet a plane. This machine cuts, threshes, separates, and cleans grain while moving through the field at speeds up to 6 miles per hour. It doesn't just harvest, it processes an entire crop operation in one pass. 690 horsepower from a 13.6-liter turbocharged engine. That's more power than most semi-trucks. It can harvest up to 30 acres of wheat per hour, 30 acres in 60 minutes. To put that in perspective, that's 42 football fields. But here's where it gets insane. A person with a hand sickle, the way wheat was harvested for thousands of years, can cut about a quarter acre per day, maybe a third if they're fast. The X91100 can harvest 420 acres in a 14-hour workday. Do the math, that's 1,133 people replaced by one operator sitting in an air-conditioned cab. 1,133 workers, gone. This combined processes 7,200 bushels of corn per hour. That's enough grain to fill 7 semi-trucks every single hour. Its grain tank holds 450 bushels, and it can unload the entire thing in under 4 minutes. The unload rate is 186.7 liters per second. That's faster than most gas station pumps. When you're running this machine at full capacity during harvest, you're dumping a semi-truck's worth of grain every hour. But raw power isn't what makes this machine revolutionary. It's the technology nobody sees. The X9 has front-mounted stereo cameras that scan the crop before it even enters the header. The system measures crop volume in real time and automatically adjusts ground speed, rotor speed, and cleaning shoe settings. It's making thousands of micro adjustments per minute. The operator doesn't touch a thing. Grain loss, the biggest killer of profit in harvesting, drops to almost zero. We're talking less than 0.5% in optimal conditions. Here's the reality. This machine costs around $750,000. That sounds like a lot until you run the numbers. On a 5,000-acre corn operation, the X9 can pay for itself in 3 seasons just from reduced grain loss and increased capacity. Factor in labor costs, 2 seasons. And the real kicker? It doesn't call in sick. It doesn't need breaks. It works until the job is done. The X9 1100 can harvest more grain in 1 day than an entire village in medieval Europe produced in a year. Think about that. 1 machine, 1 day, more than an entire community's annual food supply. And if you think that's extreme, wait till you see what the cotton machine can do. Hit subscribe because this gets crazier. John Deere CP77, the cotton factory. The CP770 isn't just a cotton picker, it's an entire cotton processing plant on wheels. It picks the cotton, cleans it, compresses it into massive round modules, wraps them in plastic, and drops them in the field, all while moving forward. Before this machine, you needed a picker, a bowl buggy running alongside, a module builder waiting at the field edge, and a crew coordinating all of it. Now it's one operator. This machine moves through cotton fields at 4.6 miles per hour while processing 6 rows simultaneously. It can cover over 100 acres in a single day. In cotton farming, that's an absolutely insane number. For context, a skilled hand picker in the 1950s could harvest maybe half an acre per day. Maybe, and they'd be destroyed physically by the end of it. The CP770 does 100 acres, 200 times more productive, minimum. Here's where cotton gets interesting. Cotton picking was one of the last major crops to mechanize because the bolls are delicate. Mechanical pickers didn't become widespread until the 1960s and 70s. Before that, cotton harvest required armies of workers. We're talking thousands of people for large operations. Even early mechanical pickers needed support crews, drivers running boll buggies, operators building modules, logistics teams moving equipment. The CP770 eliminated all of that. One operator replaces the entire system. In peak efficiency scenarios, especially compared to historical manual picking, this machine does the work of up to 2,000 people. 2,000! The CP770 creates round modules on board that weigh up to 6,000 pounds each. These modules are weather resistant, wrapped, tagged, and ready to go straight to the gin. No staging area, no extra equipment, no waiting. And here's the efficiency gain that matters. This machine saves $1.50 per bale compared to its predecessor. On a 5,000 acre cotton farm producing 5,000 bales, that's $7,500 in savings every single season. Multiply that over a 10-year machine life. You're looking at $75,000 just from operational efficiency. The CP770 uses something called Harvest Identification Cotton Pro. It's basically a tracking system that follows each module from the moment it's created. It logs field location, moisture content, picking date, operator, everything. When that module arrives at the gin, they know its entire history. Quality control used to require human inspection and paperwork. Now it's automatic. Cotton farming operates on razor-thin margins. We're talking cents per pound of profit. The CP770's efficiency improvements, faster picking, less waste, better module quality, can be the difference between profit and loss for an entire season. Growers running this machine report harvest time reductions of 30 to 40% compared to older systems. In cotton, time is everything. Weather can destroy a crop in days. One CP770 working a full season can pick enough cotton to make 2.5 million t-shirts. That's one machine, one season, enough to clothe the entire population of Chicago. Drop a comment if you've ever seen one of these running, and stick around because the next machine is an absolute beast. Case IH Austoft 9000, the Sugarcane Beast. Sugarcane harvesting is one of the most brutal jobs in agriculture. The stalks are tough, the fields are hot, the work is relentless. For most of human history, it was done with machetes. Workers would cut, strip, and stack cane by hand in conditions that regularly hit 100+ degrees. The Austoft 9000 changed everything. This machine cuts the cane at ground level, strips the leaves, chops the stalks into billets, and loads them directly into a transport vehicle running alongside, all in one continuous motion. 420 horsepower from a turbocharged FPT Cursor 11 engine, built for endurance, not just power. This machine can run 20-hour shifts without stopping. The fuel tank holds 164 gallons specifically for marathon harvest sessions. Because in sugarcane farming, once you start cutting, you don't stop. The sugar content starts dropping the moment the cane is cut. Every hour matters. The Austoft 9000 processes over 100 tons of sugarcane per hour, 100 tons. To put that in perspective, that's the weight of 15 elephants. Every hour for 20 hours straight. In a full day of operation, this machine can harvest 2,000 tons of cane. A manual cane cutter, working with a machete in brutal conditions, can cut about 2 tons of cane per day. That's after 8 to 10 hours of exhausting physical labor. The Austoft 9000 cuts 2,000 tons in a 20-hour shift. 2,000 divided by 2. That's exactly 1,000 workers. One machine, 1,000 people. The Austoft uses an anti-vortex system that reduces plant matter contamination in the harvested cane. Why does that matter? Because sugarcane mills pay for sugar content, not weight. If your load is full of leaves and trash, you get paid less. The anti-vortex system increases load density and purity. Mills love it. Growers get paid more. Everybody wins. And here's the efficiency kicker. This technology reduces fuel consumption by 26% compared to older harvester models. 26% on a machine that burns through fuel people like crazy, that's massive savings. Sugarcane operations are enormous. We're talking thousands of acres harvested in a narrow window when sugar content peaks. The Austoft 9000 allows one operator to do what used to require crews of dozens. The labor cost savings are so significant that in countries like Brazil and Australia, these machines dominate the industry. But it's not just about replacing workers, it's about speed and timing. Manual harvesting took weeks. The Austoft does it in days. That means harvesting at peak sugar content, which directly impacts profit per ton. One Austoft 9000 running for a full harvest season can process enough sugarcane to produce 200,000 pounds of refined sugar. That's enough to fill 100 million sugar packets. The kind you'd find at a coffee shop. One machine. Enough sugar for 100 million cups of coffee. So what does all this really mean? 3 machines, 3 crops, 3 different ways of proving the same thing. The X9 1100 replaces 1,133 grain harvesters. The CP 770 replaces up to 2,000 cotton pickers. The Austoft 9000 replaces exactly 1,000 cane cutters. But here's what nobody talks about. These machines didn't just replace workers, they replaced entire systems of labor, logistics, and coordination that took hundreds of people to manage. One operator now controls what used to require foremen, crew leaders, transport coordinators, quality inspectors, and dozens of field workers. And the technology inside these machines is evolving faster than ever. Autonomous versions are already being tested, AI systems that don't just adjust settings, but predict optimal harvest timing based on weather, crop maturity, and market prices. We're not far from farms where fleets of these machines run 24/7 with almost no human intervention. The question isn't whether farming will keep mechanizing. The question is, what happens when one person can farm 50,000 acres? If this blew your mind, smash that like button and subscribe because we're covering the craziest ag tech every week. Drop a comment and let me know which machine shocked you most. The future of farming is already here, and it's more powerful than most people realize.